The search to save dozens of cats living in squalor in an abandoned York County home continues tonight, this time under new leadership. Fox 43's Sydney Nauman is joining us now from outside the home in Glen Rock with why the rescue changed hands and why one organization says the focus now needs to turn to justice for the animals. Sydney.
Amy, it's difficult to imagine everything that rescuers have found behind this front door. We're talking 50 cats at this point and more than a dozen others found dead. Now, it's been about a week since they first made entry into the home and they're still searching for survivors. However, this rescue mission is now under new leadership. And meanwhile, questions are growing about whether anyone will be held accountable.
Just days after this rescue mission began, it took an unexpected turn. After rescuing 16 cats from this Glen Rock home, Dauphin County-based animal rescue group Castaway Critters was told to step aside.
We were told after we were done trapping on Thursday night by the power of attorney that we needed to leave and we were not allowed to come back.
The rescue kept moving, just with a new team. Animal Rescue Inc., a York County-based rescue, took over Friday at the request of the property's power of attorney. These messages to Castaway Critters operations manager Jessica Walton showing the POA wanted to see if Animal Rescue Inc. could get the job done faster without added attention online. Since taking over the case, Animal Rescue Inc. reports rescuing more than 20 cats, including 4 kittens, bringing the total number to more than 40, with more animals still inside.
We're just setting traps right now. The last remaining cats are up in the rafters where in order to get to them you would have to cut out ceiling and maybe support beams, which would be dangerous.
And as the rescue has continued, so has the death toll. Castaway Critters reports more than a dozen cats were found dead inside the home as rescuers made first entry last week. And one adult cat who made it out later died from an infection that spread to its brain.
Those cats were literally being eaten alive in that house.
Now the focus is beginning to shift, not just to rescuing the remaining cats, but to whether anyone should be held criminally responsible. Rescuers say the power of attorney dropped off food and water every few days for the cats, but Castaway Critters says it's asking the York County Humane Officer to investigate whether animal cruelty charges are warranted, stating the power of attorney broke an agreement with Castaway Critters.
If you let us go in here and take care of it and you surrender all these animals to me, I will take that as a good faith token that you are trying to do the right thing and this was a mental health crisis, and that is why I will forgive it. The minute she broke that contract, all bets were off because she was trying to cover it up.
Not everyone agrees that should be the next step. Animal Rescue Inc. owner Grace Froelich says cases like this often stem from mental illness and believes treatment, not punishment, should be the priority.
I've seen this many times over the years, and then they get old and overwhelmed, and they don't want to admit they can't do it anymore, and it gets out of hand.
Animal Rescue Inc. believes there are still a handful of cats stuck inside the home, and they say they're working in shifts to check traps, the next round of which are expected for 11 p.m. tonight. We did also see them earlier installing security cameras inside the home in order to continue to monitor the inside of the home and make sure that every cat gets the help that it needs. Amy?
All right, Sydney. Now, as far as charges go, what are the next steps in that process?
So Jessica with Castaway Critters did tell me that she did send an email to the York County Humane Officer, which is kind of the first step in this process. She is still waiting to hear back as of this hour, but if that partnership doesn't go through, she says it then gets passed on to local police officers, and if that partnership is still not established, it gets passed on to the district attorney to investigate. So just another start to a lengthy process, which has already been a very lengthy rescue mission.
All right, well, Fox 43's Sydney Nauman, thanks so much.